Oh, don't worry. I'm not asking for anything from you guys other than some input because I'm indecisive, and I've been dragging my heels a little bit. And, good morning, Droid. Andrea, Michael, Robert, Austin. Hey, Pete, can you play some Treaty Oak Revival? The song is called In the Worst. I have no idea what that is. What kind of music is it? I know it's a band. What what kind of music is it? I mean, there's a lot of bands. There's country bands, there's rock bands, there's metal bands, rock and country. Yeah. I do have a couple things. Robert, I see Robert in here. I did, you know what? Let me do this. Hey, Robert, if you're still here, if you're listening, you're a moderator. I think I made you a moderator so you can post a link. If you want to post a link to that, to the fantasy football draft thing that you made up, you can post it in the chat. I mean, don't spam the chat with it, but if you want to post it every 15 or 20 minutes, just so people can click on it, that's good. Yeah, I did go sign up. There is a link to it in the description of this live stream, so you can just go there and click on it. I signed up the other day. It's just a standard PPR fantasy football league. And, well, here's what I'll do. Just as an incentive for people to sign up and play. This is not my thing, it's Robert's. But just for an incentive for people to sign up and play with us, I think there's 20 spots available. I don't know how many are left. When I signed up, there's only 3 people signed up, so whatever. I will offer $50 American. $50 American to the winner of the thing. So there's your incentive. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going to have to pay anybody because I'm going to win it. So it's, I mean, pay myself $50. Yeah, there's the link. Make it 25. You'd rather have $25 than 50. All right, that makes a lot of sense. I should hire you as my accountant. But yeah, you go sign up to it. Whatever, have some fun. Not serious. You don't have to pay anything to join. We'll do the fantasy football thing at the end of the season. Whoever wins, PigskinPeete will send them $50 via Cash App or PayPal or whatever. I don't have Venmo, so you know. I mean, I guess I could mail you an actual check. When's the last time anybody actually got a real check that wasn't from the government? Like somebody wrote you a check. I've had the same checkbook for like 10 years. I might write one check a year. Yeah, we'll figure out a way to get you the $50. How about that? What else is going on? Oh, today at 1 o'clock, the NCAA is doing a Zoom meeting. That's right, you heard me right. A Zoom meeting, which is, okay. Anyway, to discuss punishment for the Michigan cheating scandal with Connor Stallions and, of course, Jim Harbaugh, who was the head coach at the time. And it blows my mind when I see people wanting and or expecting to happen on social media. They don't understand the way that things work. I mean, I see all these Ohio State fans are like, anything less than stripping them of their national championship is unacceptable. Hey, guess what? They can't do that. The NCAA doesn't have any control over the college football playoff. I don't even know who could take I guess the CFP could take it away, but the NCAA can't. They can vacate wins, but not that one. So, anybody expecting them to come out today and say we're stripping Michigan of a national championship, well, that's not possible. So. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, what do they get? First of all, Jim Harbaugh is out the door. He's at the Chargers. He's not going to be affected. Maybe they, I don't know. Maybe they suspend more. Didn't he do a self-imposed suspension at the beginning of last season for like 3 or 4 games, like the whatever it was? No, he waited till like week 3 and 4. He coached the first 2 games. I don't know if it was his first 2 or 3, but then he self-imposed a coaching ban on himself for like his 2 or 3 cupcake games that he had in a row. Whatever it was. It was like, so they might give some punishment to him. Connor Stallions is no longer on the team, so that doesn't matter. I guess what I'm saying in a very long-winded way is nothing's going to happen of any significance or meaning. So, what's up, Jamie? Got a handful of checks for my family from Christmas. Oh. They were like my mom still writes checks for everything, but she's 83. You know, she's like I'll go like pick up $15 worth of stuff from the grocery store for her whenever I go to see her, and she'll be like, go pick up this for me, pick up some bread, pick up some yogurt, whatever. I bring it to her, and she's like, how much did you have to pay for it? I'm like, it was $15, Mom. She's like, okay, let me get my checkbook. I'm like, what? I'm like, just don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about paying me back. I'm not going to the bank to cash a $15 check for bread. Speaking of bread, what's up, Brett Pitt? Alex. I'm sorry to hear that your grandpa just died. But if he was 92 years old, I'm sure he lived one hell of a life. Slim's the only person in our community still writing checks. Yeah. Every once in a while, I do write a check to my son's school for their, like, it's not like when we were in elementary school and high school, like you went to school with cash, like whatever, your mom would give you like $2 or $3 or whatever lunch cost back in the 80s and 90s, like $1. And you'd get your lunch and you'd walk up to the cashier and you'd hand her $2 or $1.50 or whatever it was. And that's how you paid for your lunch. That's not the way everything's the schools are pretty much cashless outside of maybe vending machines. Now what they do is they run it. It's like a bar. They run a tab on your kid, and then they send you a bill via email. Says, hey, you owe us, whatever, $30 for your kid's lunch. And so I'll just send the kid to school or Mrs. Peete will. She'll send him to school with a check in his backpack to give to the lunch lady or whoever. Slim's trying to out old Scott Kerr. Oh, $50 million. Holy shit. Well, congratulations. Not make that to your mom or whatever. All right, here's what I need help with. Yeah, me too, BA. Same thing. Here's what I need help with. I know I mentioned this a couple of months ago that I was looking for another vehicle, preferably a pickup truck, because I'm going to be giving my car, or one of our cars. We have two cars. We have a Jeep and a sedan. I'm going to be very soon. I'll be giving that car to my oldest son, who just started his senior year in high school. And this is the reason why I don't make big purchases quickly. Let me turn this music out. Like a lot of times, what I do, I mean, I will definitely make some on the moment purchases that are less expensive, you know. But when it comes to big purchases like this, I usually take a long time to do it because I'm very indecisive. And I know I'm going to change my mind about 5 or 6 times before I land on the right one, what I actually want or what I actually need. So originally what I said, I was honed in on one of the GMC Denali. Now, first of all, I'm getting a used truck, not a new one. I'm not doing construction. I'm not driving 300 miles a day. I guess if you, I know between the two cars we have, each one of them only get an oil change like once a year. I mean, we don't drive either car more than 5,000 or 6,000 miles a year. So I don't have a problem getting a older truck. I say older, 2018, 19, whatever, 5, 6, 7 years old. With 60 or 70,000 miles on it, because it's going to take me another 5 years to get it to 100,000. So, and also I don't need, I mean, like the Denali's and stuff are nice, but I don't need to be driving around in like the nicest truck in the world. I just need something that is going to be functional, something that I can take on road trips with the family. It's going to have enough room in the back seat, like a quad cab. And it's not going to break the bank. Yeah, I'll be doing live streams starting next week. Yeah, next week and then every week thereafter. So week 1 will be pretty interesting because there's 5 days of college football in a row. I'm definitely doing the Clemson and LSU game. That's without question. And then I'll let you guys know, because there's games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I think there's 2 games on Sunday. That Sunday. So I'll definitely do the Clemson one. I may do one on Sunday. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'll have to go through the slate of games and look at my schedule. But I'll be we'll get the season off to a good start as far as the game live stream to go. So here we go. So anyway, I'm not brand loyal. I just need some feedback. Now, just as a disclaimer here, my budget is probably around 30, but I would rather spend closer to 20 or 25 if possible. That's pretty much all I can afford. So I was look at this one. This is a 2019. Now, originally, this truck was it's a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn. I think it's a 6-cylinder. It's got 57,000 miles on it, and they want they just dropped the price from 32 to 30. So that's kind of in the wheelhouse I'm looking for there. You see what I'm saying? It's got 57,000 miles on it, but like I said, I'm only going to drive the thing 5,000 miles a year, maybe. It's a full-size truck, so it's got plenty of room. I guess what I don't even know why. I guess what I'm saying, should I just Should I get something like that, or should I just get something that's like a beater, older and cheaper? No, I'm not going to buy no. All right, when I said I'm not brand loyal, I lied. Okay, I am brand loyal to the point where I'm not driving a Honda Ridgeline, so no Hondas. All right, it's got to be a Toyota, a Ford, a Chevrolet, or a Dodge. That's it. Outside of that, I'm not interested. I don't want to drive no goddamn I saw something yesterday. I don't even know what you call this damn thing or who makes it. I think it was a Subaru, maybe. I don't know who the hell designed this thing. They tried to meld a compact car with a crossover and then put a truck bed on it. I'm like, what? It's like, well, y'all are running out of ideas. The hell? No, I'll leave the Honda Ridgeline for Billy Paul to lay in the bed at night and look at the stars with his squeeze. 2020. Here's the other thing. So through doing my research that I've been doing over the past couple of months, I have found some things out about some of these trucks, and also from some information I've got from some of you. Apparently, a lot of these vehicles around 2020, 2021, 2022-ish, they start to have a lot of problems with transmission and engine problems. I'm assuming it's because a lot of these new computer systems they still haven't completely figured it out yet. So this is just going through, I mean, I've gone through dozens and dozens and dozens of YouTube videos of mechanics and car dealers and all the people involved in the car industry. And they all say the same thing. Particularly with certain brands, too. Chevy's one of them. Jeep is one of them. Is that, they start having problems with engine problems and transmission problems well before 100,000 miles, which I can't do that. Toyotas seem to be pretty reliable. But anyway, my point is, they're saying basically if you're buying any of these brands, if you buy pre-2020 or 2021, you're probably going to be okay. And I know that firsthand just based off the Jeep that I have. We have a Jeep Cherokee. It was the first year that this particular model came out, 2015. We bought it brand new from Jeep. I think we paid like $29,000 or $30,000 for it or whatever it was. But now, and we haven't had any problems with it. We've had it for 10 years. We've driven that thing all over the world, basically. Knock on wood, but no problems with the Jeep so far. And but apparently that same model Jeep that we have, if you bought it in 2020, it's a piece of junk. There's nothing but problems with it. So I'm guessing this is sort of the same thing. I really like these Toyota Tacomas, like this 2025. That's a new one. I guess it's used, 2,000 miles, $38,000. My neighbor has one. He has this exact one, actually. The SR5. Same color and everything. My next door neighbor has that exact truck. And I'm sure it's a good truck. Problem with Tacomas, I like the way they look. I like everything about them. A Toyota's a great car. But the back seat is small, and that's kind of a deal breaker for me. If I'm going to be taking my entire family on trips out of town, I've got to have something with a bigger back seat, which kind of, here, let me show you this. I might give these guys a call today, actually. What is this, CarMax? There's a CarMax here in North Charleston. I think it's in North Charleston. No, it's in West Ashley, 29414. That's west of the Ashley. 2019. Look at, so here, first of all, that's a good looking truck. Yeah, Nature Boy, see what you've got a what's up, Wilkie, Eric, Nate, everybody? Nature Boy's got an old. He's got a 2017, so he's got the third generation. Those things will probably that truck, if you keep care of it, which I know you will probably run as long as you live. But what I was doing some research because I was about to pull the trigger on, like, I think it was a 2023 Tacoma. And so before I did it, I started watching YouTube videos from guys who actually bought it and owned it. And they were like, this is, they had a bunch of problems. So it scared me away from it. But again, for me, the deal breaker is the back seat. But let's look at the interior on this one. That's a much bigger back seat. That's a bigger back seat than than my Jeep Cherokee. This is the Bighorn, which I don't really know. They've got 4 or 5 different, whatever. I don't know what the Bighorn means. I guess it has something to do with the engine. It's only a 6-cylinder. It's not 8, which is fine with me. I'm not hauling I don't have a boat, so that doesn't matter. I would prefer leather seats, but I'm not, whatever, as long as they're comfortable. I mean, it's a nice looking truck. I like the black on black. It's got a full-size truck bed. I think it's a 6-foot bed. Black wheels, black paint, black interior. I like it. I don't know what this is. Is this like a toolbox? Maybe that's what the Bighorn is. Is that a toolbox right there? It's got some sort of keyhole right there. I guess that's a toolbox, which is pretty cool. It's on the frame of the truck on both sides. Now, I've never seen that before. So, yeah. The Bighorn is a middle package on accessories. Is that what that means? I don't know what all the ones are. Isn't there one called like the High Country? Is that the nicest one? I think the High Country might be the one that's fully loaded with leather and everything. Well, that's probably about $10,000 more. So I don't know. I don't even know what kind of help I need. I guess I'm just waiting for one of you to say, yeah, buy that truck. And I'll be like, okay. And then if I don't like it, I can blame it on you. Bad thing with CarMax is you can't negotiate. That is a negative. That is a negative. Now, I will take that into consideration because when you're talking about buying a used vehicle, most dealerships you can go in there. Let's say they say, okay, $30,900. You can go in there and say, okay, well, I'll give you 28. And of course, they'll tell you no until you walk out. And then I'm like, okay, let me go talk to my manager. We could do 28.5. So anyway, you can save $2,000 or $3,000 by negotiating. But yeah, CarMax doesn't let you negotiate. She is right about that. That is not good. I don't like that. That is a negative. But if I find the one that I want and it's not ridiculous, then I will pay what they're asking. But I would rather talk them down a few $1,000s if I can. Anyway. Tradesman, Bighorn. Yeah, I think the High Country is the expensive one. It's kind of like the equivalent to the Denali version of GMC or Chevrolet. There was some other stuff, and I kind of poo-pooed on it when somebody brought it up to me. I think it was Slim Shady Canes brought it up to me. He was like, "Yeah, look at the GMC Canyon or the Chevy Colorado, which is the same thing." No.
I will tell you, Chevy Colorado, I had a friend that purchased a brand new one. Within 2 or 3 months, he had to turn it back in and trade for something else.
Really?
It was giving all kinds of issues.
Wow. Was it?
You brought up the newest models. The biggest problem I've heard, Pete, is the ignition issue, where you got the automatic where you press the button to start the ignition instead of the key ignition. That has become a big issue in a lot of cars these days.
That's crazy, because my Jeep is a 2015. It's push to start, and we've never had a problem with it.
Well, maybe the newer models have. And I was going to tell you, too, I wouldn't go no later than 2019 if I were you, because of all the issues I've heard of the newer models. My cousin Jack bought a brand new GMC. What did he have? I want to say it was a GMC Tahoe or something. It turned into a huge pile of shit for him after spending $60,000, and he had to go and trade and get a Ford. I think he got a Ford Explorer or something like that. Excuse me. Anyway, the car I will tell you from just driving one. I rented a Toyota 4Runner. In 2019, and I really thoroughly enjoyed the hell out of that vehicle.
Yeah,
it sits up way high. You got plenty of room, in the back, but it is a 4Runner. I mean, it is kind of an SUV. It's not a truck.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So I love the 4Runner. There's a bunch of SUVs I really like, but yeah, if I was going to buy an SUV right now, I would definitely go Toyota 4Runner. But I'm looking for a truck for a few.
You want something with a truck bed?
I want something with a truck bed. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, again, it's not like I'm doing construction work every day and I need a truck bed for that. But there is 3 or 4 times a year where I have to borrow my brother-in-law's truck or somebody's truck or rent a truck to do stuff that I just don't want to have to worry about that anymore.
Right.
So
I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have to do that all the time too. Sometimes because my stepson owns a truck, so I have to borrow a truck sometimes from him to move some stuff every once in a while. So I get that. Probably maybe a lot of people may disagree, but I'm just telling you some of the stories I've heard of the newer models and the problems and situations they have had.
I even saw, because for as long as I can remember, probably, well, at least for the past 15 years or so, it's pretty much consensus across the board. The most reliable truck that you can buy is a Toyota Tacoma, or I guess a Tundra, but Tacoma probably more than the Tundra. And they have the best.
The biggest selling truck out there,
I
think it's the Ford F-150.
The F-150 is definitely the best seller, the number one. Yeah, they've sold more of those than anything else. But the Tacoma's got the right reliability. It's got the highest resale rate. Like it doesn't depreciate near as much as the other ones do. But even the newer ones, like I was saying, I went on the guy that all he does is buy Tacomas. He's got a big YouTube channel, and he buys basically every new one that comes out. He buys it. I guess it's part of his channel, how he makes his money. And he gives his honest opinion on it. And he was like, the 2024 and the 2025, he told the good things about it, but he was like, they're not as reliable as my, like what Nature Boy has, like a Generation 3 Tacoma from like 2016, 2017. There's all kinds of problems. He's had to take it back to the dealership 2 or 3 times within 10,000 miles. So I'm like, I'm not spending that kind of money on a vehicle and I'm going to have to be constantly taken to the dealership. I'd rather buy an older one.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. And see, I have, I think you know what I have. I have a 2014 Ford Edge, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I have had zero issues with that car. All I do is change the oil. Just like you said, I change the oil maybe once a year because I don't drive no more than 5,000 or 6,000 miles a year either. I take it into the Ford dealership. I let them do all the work. I've just put on new tires and I put on some new brakes on it not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I'm going to drive the hell out of that. I'm going to drive it till the damn wheels fall off.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to go out and buy have another, payment of something I've got to deal with every month. I just don't want that. Now, a lot of people do that. A lot of people love that. But we'll either lease or purchase an automobile, keep it 2 or 3 years, and then trade it in for another new vehicle. But that's
yeah,
not
people.
me.
I don't do that either. I mean, we've got we bought the Jeep in 2015. I'm driving that thing till the wheels fall off. As long as it works and doesn't give me problems like it's been doing, I don't care the way it looks. I don't care anything about that. It's functional. It works. It doesn't cost me $1 million to keep up. So that's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm not just frivolously going out and buying a new truck because I want one. It's because I have to have a third vehicle. So if I'm going to get a third vehicle, I'm going to get the one that I want that I'm going to have for the next 10 years at least.
Yeah, and I'm with whoever told you about CarMax. They don't negotiate. They also will want you to do the credit through them, and their interest rate is normally high as hell.
I'll be paying cash.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to finance it.
There you go. Cash is king, baby.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't want a car. I don't want a car payment.
Anybody said, no, I'm going to pay cash for that. You know, they'll negotiate with you.
That's the thing. If you're paying cash, you have more leverage to talk them down on the price.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you walk in with cash and you said you got about $30,000 to spend, is that right? That'd
be the top limit. I'd rather not spend that. But that'd be the top, right around the max limit. Yeah.
Okay, so you really let's say you might want to spend about 25 then, maybe.
Preferably
25. Man, I think you can I really do think you can get a used vehicle. Probably several years old, like 6 or 7 years old, that may have still low mileage, because you don't want anything with that damn high mileage, and certainly don't buy anything from a rental fleet. That's
no.
Because people just beat the shit out of any car that's in a rental fleet. I think you can find them out there. I really do.
I'd almost prefer to buy from a private sale than a dealer, because then I know if we got one owner and what he did with it. Like, because people will go out and get a Ram 1500 or a Chevy 1500 and they'll be towing way more weight for 5 years in a row than they're supposed to be towing, and they fucking tear the engine up.
Right.
And then they trade it in. The engine, it might only have 50,000 miles on it, but it's really got like equivalent of 100,000 miles on it because of the way that they treated it.
Right.
And you just don't know.
You can go to Facebook Marketplace, but then you're dealing with the creepiest motherfuckers in the world sometimes.
Yeah, like I'd rather go to some guy who's just selling it, he bought it 5 or 6, 7 years ago, and he drove it to the store and back, and that's it. He didn't haul anything with it. I'd rather do that, but I mean, that takes a lot more time and effort to find that.
Right. Shut up, dogs. Damn. Okay. My dogs just want to always start something.
Esso says he got a 15 Silverado with a 5.3. It's bulletproof. Yeah, 2015.
Yeah. I mean, again, the 2015 on, the 2019, 2020. I think even 2020, because they didn't sell a lot of models in 2020 because nobody was buying anything.
Yeah, it's hard to find a 2020 model truck. They weren't making them.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I guess I'll figure it out. I'm indecisive.
Well, it's good to be indecisive. Don't run out and just don't be an impulse buyer on something, especially like that. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. I just have the feeling like
to take your time and like you said, research it and figure out exactly what you want.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like with most things that I buy that are kind of bigger purchases, then I'll know what I want when I see it.
Right.
But at some point, I've got to figure. Like, I'm running out of time. I can't sit around for another year and wait. So.
Yeah. But again, with you having cash, I think you can do a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
As far as finding something reliable and something right in your alley. So,
Yeah, I'll let y'all know whenever I figure it out. So what did you hear what I was talking about with Michigan today?
Yeah. What the hell is all that about, Yeah,
it's been, 2 years almost? since this happened with the cheating scandal, with the stealing of signs and sending Connor Stallions to Central Michigan to scout signs of fucking what, and that bled over in all these other teams too. As a matter of fact, tonight on the Rec Talk channel, Carolina Jackpot's going to be debating with a Tennessee volunteer YouTuber. I believe his name is Boogie Bentley. Is that who he's debating? Somebody in the chat know? Anyway, Talking Vols, I think is the name of the channel. And I don't know if you heard about this. So Tennessee is accusing South Carolina of cheating because Connor Stallions scouted a Tennessee game and then apparently shared that information with the coaching staff or one or more coaches at the University of South Carolina. And they used that information to then beat Tennessee.
What a bunch of shit.
I know.
What a whole bunch of shit. Wow.
So,
wow.
Oh, Sports Talk Jay. I'm sorry, not Boogie Bentley. Sports Talk Jay is who he's debating. Anyway, so yeah. So now the NCAA is at 1 o'clock today. They're going to do a meeting where they're going to try to figure out the punishment for Michigan cheating with Connor Stallions and Jim Harbaugh and whatnot a couple of years ago. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's nothing. What do I don't know what people think that is actually going to happen.
I mean, what can they find?
I'm sure they can. I'm sure money will be involved. Can they find Harbaugh? Did you say?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
I mean, since he's no longer there, what can they really do? I mean, what kind of teeth can they put into this? I
don't know, but what I'm seeing all over Twitter is it's mostly Ohio State fans because they hate Michigan, and they're like, anything less than stripping a national championship away from them that year is unacceptable. It's like, well, the NCAA doesn't have the power to strip away a college football playoff national champion. They're not affiliated with it.
Right.
It's a separate entity. I guess they can vacate regular season wins if they're going to do that, but they can't take the national championship away from them.
Well, I mean, this is several years back. Why all of a sudden now? Why because didn't they strike when the iron was hot, you know?
Because this is what the NCAA does. It takes them a year or two to figure out anything ever. And then by the time that they figure it out, all the people that were involved in it are no longer with the university, or if it's a player, they've graduated and moved on or transferred. If it's a coach, they've taken a job somewhere else. So then the people that are there now doing the right thing are left to pick up the pieces from the shit that the previous administration did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. I feel like there should be a more expedited process. And I know what their excuse is. Their excuse is, well, there's a lot that goes into the investigation. The investigation takes a long time. But, okay, I still feel like there's a quicker way to deal with these situations than waiting a year or two.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, if you get accused of a crime, most crimes you're in court in less than a year. And that's more important than football.
I know. Yeah, I know. You know, it's a hockey season. You know, you might be convicted of these days. Yeah. I mean, it's bad, man. I don't get it. I don't get. No one gets punishment for any of the shit that they do anymore. Basically, that's what's going on. You just don't get punished.
Well, this is why the NCAA needs a leader, like the NFL has a commissioner. Somebody that can override everything else and drop some sort of hammer in a quicker manner. Because the NCAA is just a bunch of people pointing at each other. Nobody knows what they're doing.
Right.
You know, everyone's just standing around with their dick in their hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Sad. It's very sad, man. Well, I'm still like, I'm all, hyped up about the coming season. You know, of course, I'm being a Georgia fan. I'm reading everything about Georgia and see if, we're going to be worth the shit or not.
Yeah.
Which I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
I think Georgia's going to be fine, too. I don't know. It's one of the more intriguing teams in the offseason to try to figure out. Because there's a lot of turnover on the roster, I think. Obviously, you have a new starting quarterback, and a guy who's been there, but he's the solidified starter now, Stockton. I mean, I still think the Georgia coaching staff is probably one of the. It might be the best coaching staff in the SEC, and they recruit out of their mind. So I don't know what to expect. They've got a pretty tough schedule. Luckily for Georgia, though, their first couple of 2 or 3 games. Let me pull up their schedule. They're not terribly difficult.
The first 2 games are powder puff games. Okay, they're playing Austin Healy or somebody like that, or UAB. I forget. And then the third game will be in Tennessee, at Tennessee.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be terribly worried about that one.
No,
I mean, I get it, but
I'm not too worried about that. I mean, we were playing Alabama in Georgia. Okay, a lot of the games that I think will be crucial games. We're at least have the home field advantage. We're playing Ole Miss in Georgia. There's not too many away games that we have that I'm too concerned about.
Yeah, so you start with Marshall, then Austin Peay, then at Tennessee. Okay, then it gets a little tougher. You got Alabama, but that's in Athens, right?
Right, it's in Athens. It's
okay.
Home
game.
That's a big advantage for us. I think it's always been a big advantage for us. So,
yeah, still got to get over that hump.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I hope everything will be fine, well, and good. But we'll see.
I think Kentucky you'll win. I think Auburn you'll beat. Ole Miss is a little more tricky. You lost to Ole Miss last year, didn't you? Or no?
No, I don't think we lost to Ole Miss. No, we lost. Did we? No, I don't think so. We lost to Alabama.
Hold on.
And did we lose to? Damn shit!
Did Georgia lose to Ole Miss last year?
I got old timers.
Yeah, you did lose to Ole Miss.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, again. I think that was in the Grove. So yeah, so it's a home game versus Ole Miss this year. Unfortunately, your neutral site game against Florida is counting as a home game for you. But hold on here. How many home games?
That's a given. We know that. So I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about by any means. I'm worried about Florida, but.
I can see a situation where you lose to one of those two, not both of them, though.
No.
So then let's say you lose to Alabama just because I don't know, you've lost a couple of years in a row, even though you've had a better team.
Well, Alabama, we've been Alabama's bitch, basically.
Yeah. So then let's say you lose to either Ole Miss or Florida. That's 2 losses. You'll beat Mississippi State. Texas is obviously your toughest game on your schedule.
But we're playing at home.
That's at home, and it's late, too. So, I mean, we don't, it would be easier for me to pick Texas to beat Georgia if this were a week 1 or week 2 game. But in November, we don't know what either one of these teams are going to look like.
Right.
So that's an unknown. But Texas right now is probably favored in that game, probably not by a lot because it's in Georgia. And then, of course, you got what I think is going to be a pretty good game at the end of the year against Georgia Tech. So I don't know. I could see a 9-3.
9-3?
I could see.
Okay.
I could see 9-3 or 10-2.
I think we'll do better than 9-3.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. I think I heard Josh Peete talk about this. He said the running game for Georgia last year was just off kilter. And you got to look at it too that our wide receivers were dropping the ball left and frickin' right. Dominic Lovett, Arian Smith, our wide receiver team wasn't worth shit last year. Mm-hmm. They were dropping balls. Carson Beck was throwing it right into their chest, and they would drop it. So hopefully those kinks have been fixed and evened out. And every indication is that Georgia's defense is going to be just as stellar as the 21-22.
Yeah, I have no reservations that Georgia's defense is going to be good like it is every year under Kirby.
And there's one kid I'm really looking forward to seeing, and he'll be playing hopefully this year. His name is DeMello Jones. He's a cornerback, and he's from my hometown. He's from my hometown of Swainsboro, Georgia. And he was like Travis Hunter. He played both sides, offense and defense. Could do anything on the field. Punt returner, wide receiver, kick returner, all of that. I mean, and play corner, and amazingly a good cornerback too. So I'm hoping to see him out there on the field this year. But there's some other guys too that they got in the portal that they're going to be using too. Ellis Robinson is one of them that we'll see a lot of as well. So we shall see. I mean, the question, I think, more than anything for Georgia is the quarterback, and that is Gunnar Stockton. Will Gunnar Stockton be as good as a Georgia quarterback needs to be?
I forget who I was listening to the other day. It was some Georgia fan on YouTube, and I feel bad now. I can't remember who it was. I want to give credit to him. But anyway, his big concern was, he said, look, last year we didn't have really any wide receivers. They did a great job of going out and getting wide receivers in the portal and recruiting. The question is, can Gunnar Stockton deliver the ball to them the way that Beck did?
Yeah, and that's the question.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the rub. There's the question. Is he going to be good in pinpointing, passing the ball and all that? We'll see. If he's not, then, yes, we could be 9-3 or even worse. I mean, that could happen. But
the other thing is, and this is true for a lot of teams, including Clemson. Even though maybe not Clemson so much this year, but anyway, a lot of teams have this issue. You have a solidified front runner starter. Gunnar Stockton is that. There's no question about who's starting. It's going to be him. If something happens to him, who's next? Who's the next guy up?
Well, we recruited a lot of great quarterbacks. I just what is it? Palucci is his name, I think. And let's see.
Mario and Luigi? What?
No, not Mario. Yeah, the killer. Yeah, we got him. We got him on parole, and we got him.
You got you an Italian?
No, it's Palucci, I think is his name. Let me see. Georgia quarterback's 2025.
Damn.
Let me see. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see, 2025. Who are the top quarterbacks, Georgia, in 2025? Okay. We got a lot, man.
Ryan Puglisi, or however you say his name.
That's Georgia High School. Wait a damn minute. That's not it. Gunnar Stockton, Ryan Puglisi.
That sounds like the guy who cooked my calzone at the Italian place the other night.
Ryan Puglisi, Puglisi. Puglisi, I guess is the way you say it. I don't know. Hell, but he's a backup, and he's a primary challenger for Stockton, having moved into the backup role and overtaken other quarterbacks on the depth chart. So he's our second guy. So maybe, just maybe, he's supposed to be lights out good too. If Gunnar doesn't prove to be what we hoped him to be, then we'll move him in.
Low down get down says the kid looks Polish. I've never heard anybody say that. Polish people are just
looks Polish.
Aren't Polish people just white people?
Well, might as well just call him the kid looks retarded.
So what you're trying to say is he looks white.
Okay, all right. The kid looks like he's got
just
Down
say
syndrome, but he can throw the ball. He can throw the ball 100 yards. I don't care.
Running game and O-line is my main concern for Georgia. Rich Chat, he's a Georgia fan too.
Well, see, Dan, here's the thing. He's got the right to think about the O-line too, because we lost 4 starters in the O-line, but instead of going out to the transfer portal and looking for an offensive line, they just use the recruits we have. So, our offensive line is still stellar. It's still big guys on there. The biggest being 360 pounds and the smallest, I think, being about 320 pounds. So we replace those 4 starters. So I think we're going to be okay there too as well. We shall see.
Yeah.
It's just like college football is such a you have to. You can throw up a quarter and 50-50.
There's a lot of attrition. But here's the thing: you're always. It doesn't matter how good or great of a program you are. You're going to have years that are less than stellar than others. You're not like the run that Alabama went on with Nick Saban. I don't know if that'll ever be matched again. But even they had some years where they were kind of, I mean, they weren't down bad, but they were down worse than what you were used to seeing. So the bottom line is, if you have it starts with the head coach. If you have a head coach that knows how to run an elite program, which Kirby Smart's already proven, Dabo Swinney's already proven, Ryan Day's already proven, those three guys right there, in my opinion, are the best three head coaches in football right now. But anyway, as long as you have that central core, you're not just going to go fall off the cliff. And this is what I've been hearing from a lot of people in the NIL and transfer portal era, at post 2019 with Dabo. All the people that said that Dabo is just a dinosaur, he's lost his way. Y'all had a good run, but it's over. Just accept it, Pete. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. People don't understand what it takes to run an elite program consistently for 15 and 20 years. And that Dabo Swinney didn't just forget how to coach football because of the transfer portal. So, of course, now they're in the top 5 of preseason again. We'll see what they do. But my point is that, even if you did have a 9-3 or 8-4 season at Georgia, that wouldn't mean that Kirby Smart all of a sudden doesn't know what he's doing and that Georgia's toast, for the next decade. Right. I mean, I think the chances are if they went 9-3 or 8-4, the next year I'd be looking for them to be ranked in the top 3 at the end of the year. So
yeah. Well, it's kind of like, okay, look at where Clemson is. I mean, excuse me. As far as preseason goes, I mean, they're ranked 4th, okay? And the years before, you guys were ranked, what, not in the top 10, were you?
No, I mean, maybe in preseason rankings, they were somewhere around that. But, yeah, they would hover somewhere between 10 and 20. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, it's Dabo's got his shit together. I'm sure Kirby had a lot of thinking to do, during the off season and what to do. Where's our weakness? Where do we need to improve? And it was pretty obvious where we needed to improve. Again, our wide receivers weren't picking up the wide receivers were just dropping the damn ball, and our defense wasn't stellar as it used to be, and Carson Beck was off on a number of games where we would get behind on the game and go, what the hell is going on? Why are we behind with Kentucky? That kind of thing. Yeah.
And then come roaring back.
And Georgia's really done it without elite level quarterback play. And I know, we could debate till the cows come home about the quarterback play at Georgia under Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
I mean, but
it's been more management. You're right. It's been more management than, stellar quarterback. Although, I don't know. I'm saying this, okay? And admittedly, I thought I would never say this, but Stetson Bennett was a hell of a damn good quarterback for Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, he sent us to 2 national championships. How the hell can you not be good if you send us to 2 national championships?
Yeah, I know. Is there still people saying he wasn't good? I mean,
there's a lot of people saying, well, he wasn't worth it. And I was one of those that was going, man, get him off the field.
Well, I can understand people saying it.
So wrong.
I can see people saying it in the moment, but, reflecting back on it, I think most rational people would say that he was pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'd have to, I mean, and what he's doing, even though he's a backup for the Rams, he came out there for preseason and was lights out throwing the ball to people. I don't know if you saw any of that, but I haven't. He was unbelievable throwing the ball.
Has he got sober and everything, I guess?
Yeah. They hung in with him. And he's, I think he's all sober and, doing okay. But, he could have been a Johnny Manziel. Okay, really, because that's what happened with Johnny. Johnny was just a drunk.
Yeah.
And Stetson could have been the same damn thing, but I think the coach for the Rams really believed in Stetson and told him, said, "Get your shit together, and come and be my quarterback, at least my backup quarterback. Sit on the bench for a little while, and let's see what happens."
Yeah. Speaking of,
and he's working. He's under. He's got Matt Stafford as a protege, and he can be. He's the apprentice of Matt Stafford, and Stafford is a hell of a quarterback. So,
Stafford's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. He made top 3 probably.
Yeah. Well, look, and Klubnik. This will be Klubnik's last year, right? You think, right?
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but I'm almost sure. Yeah.
You think he'll be a number 1 draft?
The number 1 pick overall, you mean?
Not overall. In the first pick draft, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be either the first or second quarterback off the board, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It depends on who you ask, but yeah, and of course it depends on the season they have. But yeah, he'll be either the first or second quarterback off the board. I would imagine, unless he's hurt.
Pete, I forget who was the quarterback that was so damn bad. He had the Hawaiian name.
Ukulele?
Yeah, the ukulele.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ukulele went to what college did he go to? And he wasn't worth a shit there either?
Well, he transferred he played a couple years at Clemson, started for 2 years, then transferred to Oregon State, played there for a year, then transferred to Florida State last year and was just fucking awful. He plays for the Chargers now.
Does he really?
Yeah. He played in the preseason game last week.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Was he okay?
I don't know. I saw one clip. Apparently he completed like a 50-yard pass, so everyone was freaking out about it. I don't know. It's again preseason game. He went in there for like a series or 2 or whatever. It wasn't a lot.
I'm amazed that an NFL team picked up on him. I guess he does have some talent, but he just didn't show it. He didn't show it with Clemson. He certainly didn't show it with Oregon State or Florida State.
He's not consistent. I mean, he's obviously a big guy. He's got a huge arm. He can throw it a million miles. He's 6'5", 240. He's a big guy. Yeah. He's got that Samoan blood or whatever. So, but he just was. He wasn't very accurate. He wasn't very consistent. His legs. For such a big guy, he's built like Cam Newton without the athleticism of Cam Newton, if that makes any sense. He looked like his feet were stuck in mud when he would try to scramble. Cam Newton would run people over. So
yeah, he did. That was his weakest thing. When he got a pass rush, he just didn't know what the hell to do.
Yeah, and here's the thing about DJ is that when he was in high school in L.A., he was so much more physically built than the rest of the high school players that he just dominated them.
I got you.
And so he won California state championship. I mean, his record in high school, I think he only lost like 1 or 2 games for 4 years of starting or whatever. But then when you get in college, it's you're not playing against people that look like me.
Right.
So,
I mean, but you go to college and the guys are much bigger,
faster, stronger. Yeah. And but here's the thing, he did win 10 games at Clemson one year. So, I mean, that was the coaching job of the century, to win 10 games with DJ, because he didn't win 10 games anywhere else.
No, he did not. So Devil had some leverage there with him.
Yeah, I mean, I wish him the best. I like the kid. He's just, he's just one of those 5 stars that just didn't work out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Happens every year.
Right. Well, all the recruits are 5 stars until they're not. It's what happens. They get such a we get such a high recruiting class. I mentioned DeMello Jones. He was a 4-star recruit, and then they watched him develop, and they made him a 5-star recruit. So this kid is really going to be something else if he gets on the field. And I know I'm pulling for a cornerback, but he's from my hometown. He's from my little bitty hometown of Swainsboro, Georgia, and I'm going to pull for that kid. Absolutely. Play for the Tigers.
I was listening to Dabo Swinney. He was on some radio show the other day, or a podcast or something, whatever. He was a guest on some show, and they asked him about Cade Klubnik and what makes him special. And of course, Dabo Swinney's one of these coaches where he's not really going to throw a guy under a bus, especially if he's still on the team. So he'll say things, and I have a trained Dabo Swinney ear to where I can cut through where he's just saying to not throw somebody under the bus and what he really means, because I've listened to thousands of hours of Dabo Swinney talk. And it was interesting to hear him talk about Cade Klubnik, and he was 100% right. He's like, everybody was ready to tell him he was terrible after his first year starting at Clemson. People were calling for him to be benched and to move on and hit the transfer portal and all this. And by the way, I was one of the defenders of Cade Klubnik, even though he did have a very, very rough start to his career at Clemson that first year, a couple of years ago. Right. But he said but he was right. He goes, this guy had never faced any adversity in his entire football career up until he got to college. He never lost a game. He went to Westlake High School in Austin, Texas. Never lost a game as a starter. Not one. Won 3 straight Texas State championships at Westlake.
Right.
So then, then you get thrown into the fire in Power 4 football, Power 5 football, and you start to try to do too much. So, but the difference between him and DJ is, instead of folding like a lawn chair under the pressure, he did the opposite. He stuck to his guns, so to speak, and figured it out. And Dabo Swinney stuck with him despite a lot of people being called for him to be benched. And of course, he had the great season last year, and now he's on the in the top 3 of every Heisman list on America this year, and being talked about as being maybe the first quarterback taken in the draft. That's in a span of 12 months, Scott. Can you believe that?
Yeah. I mean, look, it proves what a hell of a coach Dabo is too.
Well, he'll stick with a guy, Yeah, I mean, Cade Klubnik, he could have easily first of all, anybody would have taken him. A lot of places would have taken. He could have transferred out of Clemson just to get away from the noise, like DJ did, but he didn't, and he stuck it out.
I disagree here with Yoda. Yoda said it loved Kirby, but he ran off the elite quarterback Justin Fields. Justin Fields has not turned out to be such an elite quarterback, even though I know the Jets just picked him up. But I don't know. I don't know about Justin Fields. He certainly didn't do anything for the Bears. And I know he's now an NFL quarterback, but
Justin Fields was he was the best quarterback he was the best quarterback that Kirby's ever had. I mean,
was he?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, look, I know that Kirby. I think at that time Jake Fromm was the quarterback, and so he let Justin play a few times, and Justin proved his worth. Yeah, I saw him, Justin. I could see the talent of Justin. But I don't know. I don't know if Justin Fields, to me, the NFL proves that Justin Fields is not that great of a damn quarterback.
Well, the Bears are just a terrible franchise.
Well, true. Look who he's going to now. He's going to the damn Jets. So what's new?
Well, from one terrible franchise to another, but that's not his fault. I mean, obviously,
I'm thinking if you're a good quarterback, you're going to find a way to win, or you're going to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. If you're a damn good quarterback, I truly believe that. Some way or other, you're going to do that. I mean, you can see the guys that do just that play. So we'll figure it out. But I'm in disagreement that Justin Fields I don't think Kirby ran him off per se either. I mean, I think it was Justin, something was racist that was said or some bullshit. Who knows if it was or wasn't said. I think that what happened with Justin is that Justin didn't want to sit on the bench anymore. That's what it basically was. He wanted to be out there playing. So that's the reason he left. So,
yeah.
I mean, each his own, opinions like assholes. Everyone's got one.
Well, the problem is with the Justin. I get the Justin Fields argument back and forth between the Georgia fans because it's hard to prove a negative. Like, we don't know what would have happened had he not transferred.
Right.
But he did.
Right. Yep.
And he went on to have a great career at Ohio State, and and obviously led to him being drafted very high in the NFL. So I don't know, but we can just, all you can do is speculate about what would have happened at Georgia had he stayed, but nobody knows.
Right.
So
that's right. Well, I mean, what if Carson Beck stayed? I mean, would we still be happy to have Carson Beck here playing for us, this upcoming season? I am not sure if we would be or not.
Trevor Lawrence was the first transgender quarterback. Well, it's a good thing y'all weren't alive in the 70s when literally every man alive in the 70s had the same hairstyle that Trevor Lawrence has now.
Trevor Lawrence up under the damn bus. Oh, wow. Big tube. Come on, man.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence is all man, son.
Yes, he was and still is. I mean, he's a big kid. He's
a big guy, and he dropped his nuts all over everybody. Ask Alabama about it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, he's got that Samson hair. Don't mess with his hair, man.
Yeah, how much longer do you think he keeps that hair? Or you think maybe once he starts balding, he'll shave it or something?
Well, you would think that the helmet causes. I think the helmet does. The football helmet causes the baldness sometimes.
You think so?
And
I don't know about that.
Well, look at Broad Bowers. Okay, but who knows? I think he should keep his hair. Absolutely. I mean, he's like the Fabio of quarterback.
Yeah, but he's still in his 20s. Like, eventually, I don't know. Eventually, I think you just got to call it quits with the long hair. I don't know. Maybe I sound like a FUD right now.
Yeah, well, I would think if he wants if he wants to keep his hair long, let him keep his hair long because he does have beautiful hair. Okay, I mean, you don't. But
here's what you don't want. You don't want to end up looking like Hulk Hogan, where half of your head is bald, but you have long hair in the back.
Right.
Like,
you don't want to thin.
Then you got to walk around with a fucking do-rag on, like like you're in a gang.
Right. Yeah, see, the wife wanted me to grow my hair long. I said, fuck no, I'm not doing that. I said, because my hair is too thin to grow out long. I said, but I have hair, but I can grow it to a certain degree and keep the length I want to keep it. But I know my limitations.
Yeah.
As far as, what I would look like. I mean, I used to have hair back like Trevor back in the day, man.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Over my shoulders.
In the 70s and 80s, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the 70s, I grew it until I think I finally cut my hair like 79 or 80 is when I finally cut my hair.
How long was it? I got to see Scott, do you have any pictures of you in the 70s?
My shoulders. Okay. It was that long. It was down over my shoulders.
I got to see a young Scott Kerr in the 70s. You got any pictures?
I do. I do have a picture here somewhere, man. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I got to see that.
Yeah, it's I don't know how I could send it to you, but I'll text you and send it to you.
There you go.
But yeah, it's back in 1975. Yeah, my hair's right. I'm looking at it. It's right down to my shoulders. But you know what I got tired of hearing? Because when you went to a service station, people would actually pump your gas back then, and they'd come up behind me and go, "Yes, ma'am, can I help you?" Oh, God.
Damn.
That got very tiring to hear. So
yeah, and that was before transgenders.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
Now you got misgendered before. Boy, you didn't make.
I got misgendered.
Yeah, you got misgendered, and you didn't go on crying everywhere about it, did you?
No, I didn't. No. I just went. I didn't say anything. I just got out of the car and went. I need $10 worth of gas or whatever the hell. I showed them I had no titties. Okay, no, I'm not a female. No.
Yeah. Now, have you seen the people are losing their minds? There's what was it? Which NFL team? There's a couple of them actually that have male cheerleaders. That I guess they're transgender. They're men, but they're.
God,
have you seen this?
The Vikings have a male cheerleader.
Well, they got two of them, I think.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
the Patriots have one. The Panthers have one. I think the Panthers were the first one to ever have one. He's been on the team. Well, I say him, her, she, whatever they identify as, has been on the team for like 3 years. But she looks like a woman. She's got boobs and everything, but she wears these tight, like leotards, and you can see a giant pair of dick and balls hanging down.
So it's a transgender woman. It's a woman with cock and balls, basically.
Yeah, it's a man that transitioned into a woman.
And now a cheerleader for the Carolina Panthers.
Yes, and that's the same thing with the Patriots guy and the two. Well, I don't know about the Vikings ones. I don't know if they're just. I don't know what they're. Here's the other part. I don't know if they're transgender or they just like to dress like women. Is there a difference? I don't know.
Well, okay, you're not a transgender. I don't know. What is it? You know, it used to be called transvestite.
Well, I thought that was called a cross-dresser. Is whenever you just like men who dressed who wore dresses but didn't have any sort of. They still had all their male parts and they didn't take hormones. I don't know what the difference is. I guess the difference is if you're a transgender now, you take hormones or whatever, and you grow tits. I don't know. Maybe somebody can educate me. I'm totally ignorant on that.
Well,
it's just there's too many rules.
I see. Okay. Oh, Lord. I just saw the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. See,
good
told you.
Lord, man, why?
Nick DTV says you call them transformers. Oh, you mean like the robots from space?
Well, transsexual is they have converted. Is that right? Is that right?
I don't know. This is the thing. Hashtag cancel Pete. I am not trying to offend anybody. I just don't know. There's too many rules.
Well, here's the big tube. He knows all about transgenders.
Yeah.
Not really, but yeah, I was just the whole thing that I said about Trevor Lawrence. So just because Jay said something about Justin Fields being the first transgender quarterback, then I was like, no, I thought Trevor Lawrence was the first transgender quarterback. But
you know who I'm surprised hasn't got canceled yet? Do you guys know who Coach Jason Brown is?
No.
No.
Well, yeah, you do. What was that show on Netflix? See, about college football that was on year after year after year. I'm just drawing a blank now.
College football?
Yeah, what was the name of that show on Netflix about college football every off season?
It was called
Last Chance U. Thank you, Paradise Hills.
Okay.
He was the coach. I think he was on there for 2 seasons of Last Chance U, community college head coach.
Yeah, they're like the East Mississippi Community College.
Yeah, whatever. So he was on there for a couple of seasons. He got sort of famous because he was just like yelling and cussing at everybody. He was like really, he was just like a hard-nosed, like crazy guy. Anyway, he was a personality. So now he's got like a podcast or whatever, but he covers college football and NFL football on his show. And the way that he goes in on Caleb Williams is unbelievable. It's
really?
You got to go. You got to just go. You probably go on YouTube and just look up Coach Jason Brown talks about Caleb Williams, and there's probably clips of it. But I mean, he is funny. I'll give him that. I can't listen to him for more than 5 or 10 minutes. He's kind of annoying to me, but people love him. I guess he's got a pretty successful YouTube channel or whatever. But he's kind of annoying to me. But the way that he talks about Caleb Williams is comedy gold. But I'm surprised he hasn't been canceled.
Wouldn't that make Optimus Prime fluid then, because he can switch between a truck and a robot? So
Coach JB is borderline brain dead.
He's talking about Caleb Williams painted nails and flowers. God, I've never seen this guy. I'll have to watch this show.
I mean, he's something else, but he's from LA and he has a weird way he talks. But the thing that bugs me, and this is really superficial of me, He wears a visor like Kirby wears, but he wears it backwards.
Yeah, I see that.
Who in the fuck wears a visor backwards? What the hell is the point of that? You're literally covering nothing.
He looks like the homeless. I mean, he looks like someone you find out there and being arrested on patrol live or something. I don't know. He doesn't. Okay, I'll have to watch that later.
Nick says, "I'm not gonna lie, I do wear a visor back." First of all, the point of a visor is to keep the sun off your face. That's the only point, because it doesn't keep the sun off your neck. It doesn't keep the sun off the top of your head. It literally only shades your face. So if you move it backwards, you're not shading anything. Like, what's the point of even wearing the fucking thing?
Right.
I guess the point is to look like Eminem. I don't know.
Did Eminem wear a hoodie a visor backwards? I don't remember.
Eminem didn't wear a hat.
I don't think Eminem ever wore a cap backwards.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Oh, he didn't.
Maybe he did while he was like 16 years old. Like,
I don't think he did in the Slim Shady video, did he? No, I don't think so.
A regular hat.
I mean, okay,
I don't know why
wore a visor backwards. He wore.
I don't know how this has to be explained to Nick. He says, "But do you wear a regular hat backwards?" Yeah, but there's still something covering your forehead when you wear a regular hat backwards. Wearing a visor backwards.
Eminem wore it backwards. Google it.
Wearing a visor backwards, you just look like an actual mental patient. You look like an actual mental patient if you wear a visor backwards.
Yeah, especially like a sun visor. You're absolutely
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, now baseball cap. I know that's the trend and that's the thing. I never understood it. I mean, I got a ton of baseball caps, and I've never wore it. Even though I think I did put one on doing some yard work or something, and the wife was going, "Oh, you look really good wearing the cap backwards."
You know what I should do? I think I'm going to start doing videos where I wear a visor backwards and see what the comment section looks like afterwards.
They're going to call you gay.
Yeah, they're going to say, they make fun of everything I wear anyway. Oh, look at this idiot with the Hawaiian shirt. Oh my God, this guy's got sunglasses on. Oh my God, this guy's got this wearing that. Like, you make a football video and all they do is talk about what you look like. But if I wore a visor backwards, I bet, shit, I can't wait to see the comments on that.
The mentally ill would say, "Oh, he's something. He might be mentally ill." There's Jay Shipes there.
Hey, what's up, Scott?
How you doing, Jay?
So the reason I jumped on the StreamYard, man, you was talking about guys with long hair and all that stuff. So I had this memory of down in, I moved down to Orlando when I was 18, right? So I was driving this painting work van, and we had to drive way the hell down I-4, like out towards Kissimmee by Disney World. And just a long ass straightaway, and you go to downtown, it clears up. But as we're going through that downtown traffic, man, so I got two old helpers, like riding with me, man, like, all painters, all kind of creepy dudes, right? So I just look over, I said, "Yo, look at this chick's giving this guy a blowjob." You're sitting in a van, so you're looking down into their damn car, their little truck, whatever, it's like a Chevy Love, some old piece of shit truck. Anyway, and these guys just won't leave it alone. I'll just show it to them and drive on, and man, we're trying to keep up. You just see that blonde hair, little straight hair girl just going at it or whatever. And anyway, then they're trying to speed up, get away from us. We got out there with work van, Chevy truck just pegged out, dude. It's doing 95 miles an hour. And finally, after about 10 minutes or so, man, the chick comes up off of it and turns around, and it's a dude with straight hair and just smiles.
Oh.
Damn.
Wow. I bet y'all turned away quickly. Oh, shit.
Oh, dude, we didn't feel like breakfast or nothing.
Oh.
What'd you say? You didn't even eat breakfast or nothing after that?
Yeah, we just skipped breakfast after that. Like, fuck that.
Damn, Jay lost his appetite. Yeah. Well, y'all going 90 miles an hour to try to watch somebody get roadhead?
Yeah. Man, painters are fucking perverts, man. You hear all types of shit, man. They're all dirty old bastards.
I guess.
Mm. Yeah, I just got back from the Max, man. Spent time in lower Alabama, LA, fucking court, man. I had to go down there for first of all, that girl Tanya had I guess she was under advisement of her old judge friend, whatever, and she filed this damn civil thing saying protective custody or protective order, TPO order. Anyway, so I had to go there and address the judge because all these false claims, that shit got thrown out. She called herself lying, like 3 lies on the stand, so that got thrown out. So that was a huge win.
So for those of you who don't know what he's talking about,
even when we was together, man, I got subpoenaed for her by her ex-husband for a child support adjustment damn hearing, right? And
what?
She went in there ill prepared, didn't have nothing to say, and just a waste of fucking time. But luckily, it was the very next day, so I was already in town. I would have been pissed if I drove all the way down there for that shit, you know.
So this is the girl that ran you over with the car, right?
Yeah, man. So I had to. So the next
Jay got ran over by some crazy girl he was banging.
Yeah. So after that, I had we did some fishing and we found this lawyer lady whose personal life with her and her husband got destroyed by the same dude, this judge's house where I found them. Anyway, so went and met with her, talked with her whole damn story, and she recommended an old guy and had to go yesterday to do a face-to-face with that lawyer. And man, he said, dude, this case is a slam dunk, but it's going to cost you money, man. It's $7,500 fucking dollars. So that I took a hit, man. I'm fucking like broke right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you said you weren't going to show up because you don't live in Alabama.
Well, I was thinking about skipping it, but you always got that damn, so anytime you attract a lot of attention with stereos, you can't be riding around, because the first thing they're going to pull up, oh, you got an outstanding warrant in Alabama, for some bullshit. And it's like, even if they don't extradite you, they still take you to the whatever state you in jail to figure it out. And
oh, really?
I ain't got time for that shit, man.
Oh, so if you got a warrant for your arrest in Alabama, you get pulled over in Florida, they're still going to take you to jail to figure it out?
Yeah, they'll take you to jail, see if they want to extradite you and all this bullshit.
Extradite you.
Yeah, I can't be riding around worrying about shit like that,
Yeah, you should move to Indonesia. They can't extradite you there.
It's a damn 3rd-degree misdemeanor. That ain't shit, man. And plus, I would know it wasn't case, but I thought that dumb bitch would just drop the case because she ain't got no case. I mean, she admitted I didn't touch her, so I mean, hell, how you run over me and leave me for dead and I get arrested? And it's bullshit, Yeah.
So, but it's over now.
Nah, it ain't over. We got to go, I think October 16th or something to, it's the trial, but it's not a jury trial, just because I sat in 2 or 3 of them waiting for court, when I was down there. It's actually like just a judge bench trial. But you still got to hire a lawyer and all that shit, but it's not a jury of your peers, which I'm glad because that whole fucking town's crooked. Fuck them people.
So the judge is going to make the decision in the trial.
Yeah. And it's too much evidence, man, because, she deleted all her, not like mine and her conversation. Like I got receipts for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, I'd love to see that conversation. I bet you it was crazy as hell.
She fucked up and come to find out, like that judge she was staying with, like I knew he was a pervert because she was like trying to hint around like, hey, let's if we know Gary's coming over, let's be fucking when he walks in, just shit like that.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So I knew something was kind of going on because he was personal assistant and anyway, but.
Are you trying to say that the judge was banging the?
Said, let's be fucking when he comes in.
Well,
is that what she said?
I'm talking about an ex-fucking judge, right? Where I got my ass ran over at, where I took off on the hood of that car, where she was staying with the ex-judge she used to work for. Anyway, so this lady got railroaded by that same judge when he was in power. Her husband had to step down as a judge, a different judge. This is a younger judge. Her husband had to step down. She had to go it took her 6 years to get her bar license back because he was trying to say, oh, it's collusion. Anyway, her life got destroyed, but she was saying the inner circle of that fucking little town knew that my girlfriend, my chick, Tanya, whatever, had been his personal mistress for over 20 years in that courthouse.
What?
So, Yeah.
Wow.
So yes, like we uncovered a bunch of shit, man. So it's anyway.
We're talking about Enterprise, Alabama, right? Right,
Yeah.
Okay. Home of the Boll Weevil statue in the center of town.
Man. They need to fucking napalm that fucking town, man.
They need to napalm the town. Wow.
Well, I was thinking about doing it one time, but
Michael, how do you end up in these situations?
dude, lies and just dude. I finally found out about her past like the day before I got ran over, and I was like, hey, just be lucky you're alive. She's been abused, and people take advantage of her. But I tell you what, when she got that mental facility, it's like them wolves were coming for her. They were trying to throw drugs at her and lure her back with money and all this stuff. And she couldn't take the pressure, and she fell back in old habits, I guess. And anyway, and I just had the breakdown, I guess, But
so you had no more communication with this woman since, have you?
Well, that's the deal. So like, when I
That's a yes, he has.
Well, no, check it out. I proudly showed that judge that temporary restraining order, whatever. I proudly showed him my 2 texts I sent her, like after I got out, saying, "Oh, you let the demons win," when she's having anxiety attacks. And then I sent one the day before we went to court. I said, "Hey, I hope you drop this shit. I don't want to lose my guns and." The concealed carry permit, and that shit stays on your fucking record the rest of your life. It don't come off at 7 years. The domestic violence. I ain't that fucking dude. I don't hit women. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fucking hit her ass, but I mean, she probably deserved it. But I just don't do that kind of shit. Anyway, but
I think I might hit a woman if she ran me over with a car.
No, check it out. So I ain't
That's my limit.
But literally, so we had court Tuesday. Well, she had called me the previous Tuesday. Well, first of all, she sent an email saying, hey, and the thing is, she filed this restraining order a month before this. So anytime she reaches out, it's automatically null and fucking void. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't been having no contact with her, right? And so she sent an email saying, hey, unblock me. I want to talk to you. So I unblocked her, and dude, so she called, and she was sucking whippets, and she left like, so she started talking crazy shit. I was like, hey, listen to this bullshit. I'm seeing somebody. I said, I ain't got, whatever. So I hung up. Dude, she sent me 8 fucking voicemails in a row because it's going straight to voicemail. Her just saying crazy shit. And I sat there and played that shit in front of the judge. I said, dude, I'm such a goddamn retard. I said, Judge, this is from fucking 6 days ago. She can't be calling, harassing me. You know what I'm saying? When this protection order is against me, I said, I need one against her. I said, I didn't even drive my damn vehicle to this courthouse because I was worried she's going to put a monitor on it, a tracking system, or fucking sugar in the gas tank, or whatever the fuck she wants to do. I said, that bitch is fucking evil.
He says she was sucking down whippets. Jay, we've got to get a reality show done with you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what happens if you put sugar in the gas tank?
It fucks it up. The engine ceases to.
So I had a '95 Dodge 4x4 lifted on 24s, and it's big ass truck, but I had put a 440 motor in it out of a fucking camper haul, but a camper hauler. But anyway, so. I got this fucking truck off a guy, right? So he's the one that got the damn truck, and he was dealing with an ex-roommate that snitched on him for building a above ground pool, like a deck around it, and like didn't. And like city of Longwood, Florida, you gotta like get your damn permits and straight, because this little butch-looking chick riding around looking for shit to fucking write your ass up on.
Oh no!
What enough contrast on the number? House on the facial board. I said, bitch, it's black against white. How much more contrast you? I told that fucking
Jay, I mean this as a compliment, but you sound like a real life Boomhauser to me.
She said she wants
a story, my friend. Good Lord.
She wants more contrast. Bitch is black against white.
Hey, yeah, they be trying to play.
Oh God!
I had 2 jet skis trailer, landscape trailer, a jet ski trailer in the back. I had my enclosed trailer. Like you're only allowed to have 1 trailer in the backyard. And I had my Trans Am in the front yard, a '69 Cornet 440 in the front yard, my work truck, my work van, and my pickup truck. And dude, she said, "You got to move all these cars at least 3 feet every day."
Oh, damn! Wow.
At least 3 feet.
Yeah,
3 feet. I mean, what? You just back it up, move it forward. What? Hell.
But anyway, back to the sugar in the gas tank, right? So I traded a Fuller for a truck, but the deal is that I actually went with the guy to get the truck, and it was at his house at the time. This is like 2002. I was just now, like, I was getting back into stereo. Like, I had that shit in high school, whatever, but I was getting back into it, and I met this stereo guy. He's like a fucking genius wizard nerd. That was kind of
genius wizard nerd.
Be a bunch of shit, right? So, but anyway, so my truck's at his house, and we got the whole interior stripped. I'm putting wheels on it. But anyway, but his roommate knew he was getting that truck, and that motherfucker came in there and put sugar in the gas tank of my truck because he thought it was that dude's truck. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God. And I didn't even realize it because truck been broken down, whatever, in pieces, and we put it all together. This motherfucker's looking good going down the road, right? And I'm going to put gas in it. And goddamn, I was like, this motherfucker says it's empty, but it's like as soon as they pull the trigger, gas is shooting back out because there's so much sugar in the fucking neck got stuck by that little check valve. No, yeah, that costs money to fix. Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Well, yeah, it'll seize an engine, won't it? I mean, it'll just lock it up.
Well, if you catch it up, you drain the tank, you clean all the fuel lines. What it is, the sugar takes forever to dissolve in gas, unlike water, especially hot water. But what you got to do is you got to clean out the injectors, clean out the fuel rails, and all that stuff. But yeah, if it had gotten the motor, it pretty much just causes it speeds up. It's like it starts corrosion on the piston rings and the skirts and all that stuff.
What a pain in the ass. I mean,
yeah. Luckily, I caught mine. It's like it was clearly evident what happened as soon as gas wouldn't go down the neck of that filler tank.
Wow. Great story.
Come on, ladies.
Hey, I got to go. I'm sorry. I got to make a few phone calls. Have a great weekend, everyone.
All right.
Yeah, you too, Scott.
Okay, man. Take care.
See you later.
See you guys.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Pete, what's up, man? So there's a car show this weekend I was debating going to. I was going to it until I actually just had to, I was in Alabama. I wasn't planning on hiring a lawyer. I thought she was going to drop the case, but yeah, I had like $1,100 on me, so I had to go this morning, send a certified check for the rest of the money. But I was supposed to be going to this damn car show in Hickory, North Carolina, in the morning. Anyway, you still want some work done to your house? I can swing by afterwards, man, because I'll be like fucking 70% there.
I don't know yet. Probably not yet.
Well, what I was saying was, it's like I want to skip going to that car show, if not just because, dude, you just write a check for $7,500. You're like, fuck driving 4.5 hours each way to the car show.
Yeah.
That's 2 tanks full of gas for me.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to have any work done yet. I'm probably gonna try to do that the door on my studio by myself.
Well, you never called, but like I say, I'd be happy to fucking send you a link to the door. I mean, all this shit's on Amazon. If you want to get one of the doors you can glue together, whatever. And like I say, you get it in the shit 2 days delivery. I can come snap it in for you.
I don't know. It's probably like 30. So I have to measure. It's probably like 30 something inches by like 9 feet, 8 or 9 feet. Tall.
You never sent me some pictures, man. Send me some pictures.
Yeah.
You mean 9 foot tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but the problem is, this is why I have to.
In the corner of the wall, like is it?
It's in the corner.
Okay, good. So you'll have 3.5 inches max, and you're on one side as far as the overlay. So I'll say on the other side, you said it's 30 inches the opening.
That's right. You were about right. About 3.5 inches on one side, and then on the other side, it's probably
just go big. If you can get a 40-inch door, just go big. The bigger it is, the less light they'll come through, the less sound will come through. just
my question is, how does it open? Because it's in the corner, not only in this room, but in the corner of the hallway on the outside of it.
Well, don't worry about the outside. The inside of the room, you just want to make. Let's say if you're looking in your studio, looking out. I know everything's backwards on camera and stuff, but let's just say the opening is on the right corner of this wall you're looking at right here. Like the opening's over here of this wall you're looking at going out.
Yes.
Right. So
that's what I'm looking at right now.
So basically, you want to make sure that spot to the left, you ain't got nothing on this. Like when that door opens, it ain't blocking nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like TVs on the wall or whatever that would obstruct it.
But there's so on the left side of the door, if I'm looking like what you just said, if I'm looking to my left right now and looking out into the hallway, there you got the side of the door frame or the opening of the door frame, and then you've got maybe another 10 inches, and then it's another corner there.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the barn doors, like to get the ones on Amazon, they're going to be kind of hollow core anyway. You might be better off just getting a door that closes, a solid core door, something that'll keep down the sound.
What about two doors that come to get like a French door?
Yeah.
Or a saloon door, but I want it to be from all the way from top to bottom.
Yeah, well, we can do that too. I mean, but you're only talking about 30 inches wide, so you're talking about two narrow doors. That's almost like bifold standards.
It might be bigger than. I have to measure it. It's probably more like closer to 40 inches. Actually, it's a big. Yeah. It's big.
But the problem is it's like extremely high though. It's higher than a normal door jamb, right?
Yeah.
So you can get custom made doors. You're looking at 30, 35 days return time for. Like if you go to Home Depot and talk to the little desk guy in front of the windows and doors, you get the measurement of the opening and how you want that, and plus you want the thickness of the pass through. Like if it's 3.5 inch studs, like some of the older houses have. If it's a downstairs about 2 stories, sometimes that they use 2x6s in the wall, so it'd be 5.5 plus a drywall on each side. So you would want the thickness of whatever the pass through is, plus the height and width. And
the thickness of the pass is pretty big too. It's like, if I'm looking at it, it's probably 8 or 9 inches. It's pretty thick.
Like they can custom make it in about 30, 45 days, and hanging a door and ain't shit. It's easy.
Yeah, that's why I think I can do it myself. I just gotta figure out what kind of door that and get it cut and get it sent to me.
Well, that's a deal. So I'm assuming you just got to jam it, even if it's cased out or whatever. You just take the case off. But when you order the whole thing from Lowe's or whatever instead of Amazon, like they custom build it to it'll come with a jam already made on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. So basically you just level up your hinge side. You make sure that's level both ways. Screw it in, and then you just put the other side. It's easy.
Yeah, I'll send you a video of what it looks like, a picture. Paradise Hills says what a pocket door. I don't even know what a pocket door is.
Yeah, well,
what's that?
That's not going to work. A pocket door is one that disappears inside the wall, but
oh no, it won't work because it'll go into it'll go into another room.
Yeah, pocket doors are hard to put in after the fact. That those are always engineered into the house as it's being built. It's hard to add those.
Yeah. I mean, look, the main thing is I need something that I can enclose where it'll and somewhat soundproof this room.
Yeah, I would definitely go solid slab. Basically MDF, like the speaker box material.
Yeah.
That they use that medium density fiberboard. That's the best soundproofing you're gonna get. Just something thick. You don't want a hollow core door.
Yeah.
What y'all doing?
And also something I'm not going to spend a fortune on.
They're really not that expensive, man. You would think the custom order stuff is expensive from Lowe's or Home Depot. It just takes time. It's not that much more expensive. It just takes time. It's a month and a half at the most, whatever it was. But I mean, I had all my doors custom made in my last house. But like I say, I got the damn house for 3 acres for $26,000. So I had a little money to spend on that renovation.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and shoot a video for you now. I actually have to get off. I have to go pick something up. But I'll shoot a video. I'll shoot it over to you.
Sounds good.
And so you can see what it looks like. I have to go grab my measuring tape. But
I was just basically trying to find a reason to go to this car show to justify me spending the gas to go to it, man. I know to have a good time, but goddamn it, I'm frugal, man. It's hard to you write a check for $7,500 or whatever it was, and it's like it's hard to justify. Okay, now we're finna go out of town and spend some more money.
Yeah. I'll send you a video here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. See you later, Jay. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yep. VicTube, you got a show tonight at 6 p.m., right? VicTube? Paging VicTube. Oh, no, here we go. See, here's this. VicTube fell asleep, I think.
One is good, two are better, And then if you get three, well, that's just good business.
There's Vic. All right. Well, anyway, everyone go check out VicTube Productions tonight at 6 p.m. on his channel. He does a live show over there. Also, did not hear from Traveling Fools today, but tomorrow night, Saturday night, I believe, starting around 8 or 9. I forget the exact start time. He's going to be doing a college football show with a lot of different college football YouTubers coming in and out of there. So keep an eye out for that. Traveling Fools does all kinds of different content, late night trivia and conspiracy theory stuff. But he also does some college football stuff during the season, and he's kind of kicking that off tomorrow night. So there'll be a lot of names that on there tomorrow night, somewhere between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. or midnight. He's gonna do a 3 or 4 hour show with different people on there. So everyone go. Make sure you check that out tomorrow night on the Traveling Fools YouTube channel. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Traveling Fools YouTube channel tomorrow night, and have a great rest of your Friday.